I don't know. This is giving me like the same vibes I got when Perry was a cadet and he was every single one of his actions was analyzed under a fucking microscope, and it really bothered me that like, and I did speak with Sky and Lucas about it. It was more so that the general like his general actions resulted in of like his additional work being scrutinized a little more than usual, but like
Right.
still, as someone without all of that additional information, it just looked like Perry was literally under a microscope and he could breathe the wrong way and he would be getting bitched at or
Yeah.
like told he's doing something wrong. And I didn't like that. And I don't know. I'm almost viewing the Victor situation as more of a failure on our end by promoting him
100%.
too quickly. And then, I mean, listen, if he gets promoted and he's on his own, what is he going to learn?
In my opinion, he was probably pushed to PPO too quickly to begin with, and needed more time writing with people and learning from them and figuring out how to do everything the proper way, and then how to adjust it to how he enjoys to do it. And then once he had that foundation fully built into it, then that is when he should have been made a PPO. I'm not sure when he was made a PPO. I think that was when I wasn't coming around much. Um, but my experiences with him all started when he was already a PPO, and there were lots of gaps in his knowledge, in my opinion.
I don't
And
necessarily
then,
know that that gap exists anymore. I think the primary concern nowadays is just comms.
yeah, his comms, and then like he spaces out a lot, and you have to like call for him on radio multiple times. And this I don't hold only against him. It's something that a lot of people do, and a lot of newer officers, where we ask for information and they tell us a bedtime story instead of just
That
giving us
we
the
just need
information.
the exact info, especially if it's
Yeah.
time sensitive. Yeah, he did mention that one of the concerns was him sort of stepping on people on radio. I'm terming it stepping on people, but essentially talking over people on radio. And I thought to myself, while Victor may be guilty of that, there are far more egregious examples of
Yeah.
that happening.
People don't 10-3 people anymore. Is what
Not
I've
at
noticed.
all. Not at all. Um, but like, oh my god, is it Renee?
Probably
I want to
Gordon.
yes, I want to say it's
Yeah,
Renee is
pretty sure it's
probably
Renee.
the most egregious example of talking over people on radio.
Oh yeah.
But in saying that, her comms are otherwise perfectly fine. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about getting rid of Victor.
I think the better thing to do, like you said, where he was like he's around all the time, he's very consistent, where he's around basically every day. My opinion would be if Maple and Davenport want to get rid of them, then Maple and Davenport should be riding with him and fixing the problems that they're seeing where they want to get rid of him.
You're not wrong, especially if he's being given a 2-week time period and that 2-week period is coming to an end. It's like
Because when I had him go
comms
down the
as an
elevator to
issue
deal
is
with the
not
zombie,
sufficient.
he made a comment. He was like, "I know all of you guys want me fired, but like, why you have to send me?" Basically.
Poor guy's
So
walking
that
on
makes
fucking
sense.
eggshells, man. I feel for him. I don't know. Maybe I just understand Victor. In like, again, he's a very literal person sometimes, and the jokes he makes, sometimes not received well.
Yeah.
Or like the comments he makes or the things he says, like genuinely regarding the whole like, being lenient on his friends or letting them go. Again, I wasn't there for the conversation, but like in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, that could also have been him saying, like, when these things do occur, like, he feels bad that he's going lenient. Again, taking into account the overall situation and the units available and whatever it is, because it could potentially make him look bad. I don't know. I don't know. Those are just the things that I default to, and I stand by what I said. If the options are keep or get rid of Victor, my vote would certainly be keep. But like, again, the whole, I don't know. I don't want to go in circles. Fuck.
There's a lot of times where, like, you and me know shift 3. We know feast or famine. It's either everything's happening or absolutely nothing is.
Mm-hmm.
If comms are such a concern with Victor,
There's
then
time.
there's time where they could basically just grab a car that I'm sure like most of the people in the PD own a personal car, or they have plenty of friends or acquaintances in gangs that could say, "Hey, can I rent your car for a couple hours?" Take their car and just have Victor chase them, do pursuits, do comms, and that's just what you do. That's what I used to do with our cadets, like in PBSO, where it's like, okay, you guys need work. This is not an optional thing. You're following me and you're chasing me.
Correct lines to travel westbound Olympic Freeway.
Air 1 back overhead, continue
290 76 San Andreas and power. Requested 77s via 311. I'm gonna go help him.
Well, they're chasing
Hey,
a
Espinosa.
street race or something.
Hey Matt,
I'm gonna come with you. 'cause
I'm
I
good.
don't have
How are
much
you?
more.
Right. I was wondering if you wanted to ride together today.
I need some time solo for a bit. I'm heading over to Victor to assist because I'm mentally torn right now. Well, not drained, just torn.
What?
Well, I'll explain. I'll explain in a bit. Not right now. But yeah, as soon as I'm done with this call, I'll speak to you regarding it.
Sounds good. Yeah, no worries. All good.
But yeah, I will call you as soon as that. Oh, I will call you as soon as that's done.
Yeah. Just give me a call.
All right. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
Because there's some stuff that I don't necessarily agree with when it comes to the hiring aspects of how stuff has been, or at least like since I was sitting in on the interviews, because I understand where you guys have been coming from for however long, where the questions are more of a vibe check than a can you police. But I think that stuff has diverged too far into only vibe check, and I don't know if these people that everyone is voting yes on have any capability of being an officer, because they're not asked anything about being an officer.
So I can see both sides. For me, I think it sort of solely comes down to what's the best way to say it? I've said it a million times, I guess, but the whole, you can't teach people to have a personality or but all of the PD stuff is teachable. Don't get me wrong. Like, people, if they're wanting a career in this, they should absolutely, be sort of researching things and have some general knowledge, and shouldn't be a complete blank slate. But in saying that, if they are a blank slate, it is a lot to take on, but I don't know. I guess it's been deemed better than dealing with someone who has the knowledge but not the personality. It's tricky. Quite tricky.
Because the interviews that I've sat in on, I have disliked most of those interviews, if I'm being honest. I especially hate the "what Pokemon would you fuck" question. In my opinion, it's very unprofessional to be asking that as a police department to people that you want to bring in as police officers.
Right.
The other ones, I don't see how what's your favorite apple is much of a vibe check.
Well, not all of the questions are intended to be like full-on vibe check, as much as it is just like, sort of the reasoning and rationale behind their decision making. If you say, if you say your favorite apple is a green apple, number one, I'm judging you. But number two,
Green apples are great. Okay.
well, I mean, we can agree to disagree. However, you know, you typically are going to have to justify why. And if you say, I don't know, green's my favorite color, and not that I love sour apples, you know, I'm going to sit there and fucking question you and
Right.
second guess where you're coming from. But like, none of those questions would be like deal breakers or anything.
Because my thing with the questions, like, they're not necessarily deal breakers, but how I hear people respond to them, I think I would say probably half of the interviews that I've gone to have not really been great answers to those questions. Either it's not just because, you know, they say red or green or whatever, it's because their justification is lacking.
Uh-huh.
Because I used to ask people, like, is water wet? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Basically to make them try to convince me to their side.
Right.
So same kind of thing, but more like
you see they're like
questions.
You sort of see the cogs turning and how they're gonna like generally deal with like articulating certain things.
Yeah.
And where they're
My car's out.
they need backup. I won't even be able to pursue. Well, I don't know. Pass.
I think they're still chasing a Sheerness.
But yeah, it's tricky. It is very tricky. The other thing is, I mean, especially during Victor's time, like, there was definitely a lack of, I don't want to say quality, but like, the logistics were a nightmare, and sort of concessions had to be made. Is kind of the most ideal way to go about saying that. Oh, I have to pay the fucking invoice. Holy fuck. I'm gonna forget.
I forgot about it too, so I couldn't remind you.
I don't know. I'm still conflicted no matter what regarding the Victor stuff and just recruitment in general. I think it ultimately comes down to like everyone was kind of making do with the hand dealt to us, you know?
Yeah. Because, like, I want to build a BCSO back in the shift, but A, I already know it's going to be hard, and B, I'm probably going to be more picky than Maple or anybody else would expect me to be.
I mean, listen, if that's the standard you want to set, I mean, the expectation is that numbers are always going to be a problem. Like, that's kind of the reality of the situation.
Because, like, a lot of people, I'm sure Maple would be like, yeah, we'll take you in LSPD. But I want to try to get the vibe of BCSO from the other shifts in with the deputies that we have in this shift too. And that's where it's rough, A, because there's not a lot of deputies to begin with to get them in that vibe. And then B, like, I want people to be around. Like, Horver did his shift 3 BCSO job fair, and I guess 7 people showed up, but 3 of those 7 people that showed up also went to the LSPD shift 2 job fair.
Oh.
And told
yeah, I'm gonna be
Peach
honest, that's a
and-
no for me, dog.
Yeah, they told Peach and all of them that their availability was like all of shift 2, and I was there to make them say to my face why they didn't want to be BCSO. And it was a lot of, oh, I'm just a city girl, I'm a city boy, LSPD is just so much better than the BCSO, whatever. And then they didn't get picked by LSPD in shift 2, so they show up at BCSO in shift 3 hoping to get picked. And yeah, that's a no for me.
Yeah, those would be immediate no's for me as well. All right.
Because Horver was asking if we could get them in like dispatch or like PD tow or something, and a couple of them were already directed by LSPD in shift 2 to go to PD tow, and then they didn't, and then came to the shift.
I mean, ultimately, let's be honest. It sounds like people are being sort of opportunists and saw an opportunity to get hired in shift 2 and then 1 in 3, and if you can't pick one of them, Confidently, no,
Yeah.
because we know what's going to
And
happen.
you and me both
They'll
know,
take
like, they would
3 to then transfer to 2.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
No one else can keep up about
Here we
us.
Yeah,
are.
so that's why I'm just like, I'm being pickier than people probably would be. Because at the end of the day, I don't think BCSO is going to be some like massive department again, at least for the foreseeable future. I would be happy with like 5, 6 deputies around just every day. But it's just getting those 5, 6. It's a little bit hard.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to like lower the standards that I want for BCSO to get numbers. If that makes sense.
Well, I don't know. I definitely understand where you're coming from. And in a perfect world, yes, I would absolutely agree. But if I'm being entirely honest, and I know this is going to sound bad, if your expectations are too high, I think there's going to be sort of a multi level issue, which is people are instead going to opt for LSPD just because it's easier, which again, I understand. I mean, similar to the whole like shift 2 and shift 3 thing that you were just referring to, people are always going to attempt to do that. But additionally, being the smaller department is never going to be, well, not never, but it's almost always a deterrent for most. And if it's like, you'll find, you know, a diamond in the rough for sure. You'll find that needle in a haystack. But if you can only do that every, you know, once a month, like, the reality is not much is going to change, right? Like, you're going to run into issues of burnout outpacing people coming in with expectations that may be too, I don't want to say too high. They're just expectations, right? Like, at the end of the day. But I ultimately think that it might dissuade people from trying to go the route of BCSO, as backwards as that sounds.
The other thing is, like, I don't think that we should have to wait to bring in people for academies. Because what, these interviews have been going on for 3 weeks, and some of the people that you guys had already agreed on before I was a lieutenant could have just been onboarded and basically being drip fed, in my opinion. Instead, we're waiting a month to do an academy with potentially, what, 8 people? But we don't have the FTOs to support bringing 8 people in all at once.
I mean that, yeah. I mean that's definitely an issue. We did sort of consider taking people on, giving them keys, potentially doing, you know, ride-alongs, essentially with these individuals having radio to sort of like jumpstart. Oh.
As my opinion is, if we're already gonna give people radios and take them on ride-alongs, why don't we just actually make them cadets?
Well, I think it was a matter of like just getting them familiar with the environment prior to academy, more than like again, they're just going to be ride-alongs, from my understanding. So I don't know. Ultimately, it's a Maple, primarily Maple, Davenport,
oh my god! Street races
and
using
now
motorbikes. What fucking year is this?
Here's to the motors. I'm sorry, my mind's all over the place. Holy fuck! I need to take my medication. This is impossible.
For me, it's like anyone can already be taking a ride-along. Whenever, like, I took Leilani Kamealoa out on a ride-along because I wasn't convinced one way or another from that interview if I wanted to say yes or no to her. So I took her on a ride-along, and we were together for like, I don't know, an hour and a half. And that's where I was like, okay, yeah, I'm fine with her. And was like, yeah, she's got the thumbs up for me. But I was just, you know, explaining to her what was going on when I was going to calls. She couldn't hear the radio, but she knew what was happening because I was just speaking to her. So, in my opinion, people could already be taking these guys on ride-alongs and explaining to them the calls we were going to and what was happening. And if you're going so far as to give them keys and give them a radio, just onboard them as a cadet.
So that there
No
will,
way you're going to the tunnels.
They're
Mm,
going to the tunnels.
I don't know.
I don't know. They're keeping.
I don't know.
Speed on me on tunnels.
I,
Jeez,
no,
so they did a jump, I landed,
I'm
jump,
very
and then they started
undecided.
going to the tunnels. Like, all right, buddy.
Yeah.
Now, I disagree. Because the ride-along is not intended to be like, I'm going to teach you to do this, whereas a session with an FTO with a cadet would very much so be, you know, sort of the ins and outs of everything, as much as it is just observing the environment, being able to listen to radio comms, not communicating, to be clear, just listening, for sort of like, again, kind of like an inside scoop, but not a, again, this, you know, it's an FTO session. Don't get me wrong, they'll probably be structured as such. Let's not sit here and pretend, but it's not the intention. It's just to get them familiar with the environment prior to being a full-on cadet. Because who knows, they might just not make it through academy. The reality does exist.
One person on foot.
Because the other point with that is, I know Leilani has been asking for ride-alongs. I'm not sure if other people have, but like I took her on that one. And if her, as somebody that everyone has voted yes to, can't get a ride-along from anyone except for me, then why would they give her a ride-along with the other stipulation that she has keys and can hear radio?
I don't know. Yeah,
Because if
don't
people
know.
were actually offering these people ride-alongs already, I would be more like inclined to agree with you that it's like learning the environment. But they're not even giving them ride-alongs now.
Eastbound Del Perro taking low or eastbound and 3, I think.
I would definitely argue it would be different in the event where they did have keys and a radio, with the I don't know actually. No, I think it'd be different. I do think it'd be different. As silly as it sounds, I think the difference between someone having a blip or not is pretty massive to most people, in regards to trusting them and not just, I don't know. Sometimes people have ride-alongs, and then like an OIS will happen. They're just sitting in the back of the car completely quiet, and no one even knows they exist. And that's not really a possibility if they have temporary keys.
Long they swapped to a bike. Those of you that were in cars there, I wouldn't have had an issue if you just knocked them off if they were sat still like that.
Yeah,
Sterling style motorcycles.
Yeah, apparently they swapped to a bunch of motorcycles after swapping the cars.
By the way,
They're calling out Erwin on Twitter.
But I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I haven't been around like a ton in Shift 3 before I was lieutenant again,
good shit.
and I just have a different mentality on things. I know that Maple has said before, this is how we've done it for the year, like last year and a half, and it's not changing. In regards to just other PNT related things and interview type things, I think change is fine. I think you need to adapt when like situations dictate that you should adapt.
Not gonna chase James
and I don't think just because something has been done the same way for however long means that it needs to continue to be done the same way.
I agree. However, I will say, listen, you know me, open book. I don't mean this as a threat in any capacity. I just want to make this very clear beforehand, not that you would perceive it as such. I don't want this to cause there to be a rift between the LSPD and the BCSO, because if I'm being frank and entirely honest, I don't know what will happen to the BCSO if LSPD isn't assisting with ENT stuff. That would probably be my biggest fear.
That is the only reason that I've only talked with you about it and haven't talked to Maple or Davenport or whoever. Because I feel like they would take it a certain way, and with you, I can just have a discussion with you
If
about,
it's yellow,
you know,
it's,
my opinions on things.
just
And
Yeah, no,
you and me can go
100%.
back and forth.
100%. It's always a constructive conversation. That's why I feel comfortable telling you exactly what I just said. Like,
Yeah.
but if I had told that to someone who's unfamiliar with me, they would take it as like, are you saying if we change things, you're not going to back us up? Like, no, that's not the intent. That's not the intent at all. It's more so just like, it's a genuine valid concern. Like, if there is a rift between the departments, like, and there's that shift, like the BCSO numbers are not in favor of, you know, being able to support taking on a bunch of people unless they're very experienced, you know? And if that's the case, great. Don't get me wrong. Fast tracks are wonderful. But it's not really practical to rely on. Let's be honest. If we could reliably hire fast tracks, numbers wouldn't be an issue. But convincing people to work shift 3 and not transfer out of shift 3 is a borderline impossible task.
Yeah. It's
You're
real hard.
turning again. They're on the intersection of Gentry and
So it's
I
that
just need like
strange
5
balance.
more forcers, right?
Oh,
That'll
good
fix it.
luck.
I don't know who's bullying
Good
them, but
luck.
I like it.
Oh,
I wish you the fucking best in that.
God.
That's an impossible task. I'm sorry.
I'm not fucking playing.
You want to know the crazy thing? Force the
What?
first day I saw Forcer on duty, I was approached regarding something specific, and my immediate thought was, "Holy fuck, Forcer would love this." And then I thought to myself, "Can't happen. It can't. She's just a little guy for now, you know."
Yeah.
I need to get food before I pass out.
And I know you went into some solo time, so I'm gonna hop out of your car.
Out you go.
Yeah.
I appreciate the conversation, Daisy.
Yeah, you too.
If you need anything, let me know.
Yeah, thanks, Rhodes.
The car's barely turning now. I'm not being facetious when I do this, by the way.
Over 22, fucking Howard. Right north, left westbound Spanish, passing Spanish ammunition.
see, Crystal, your comms can't be that bad.
Right northbound. What the
The
fuck?
fuck?
Left westbound Vinewood. Approaching Las Lagunas, over Las Lagunas, passing Gentry, westbound.
I don't know.
Now, passing Vulture's Nest. Left southbound San Vitus.
We need to get it repaired.
Eastbound Spanish. Right southbound Las Lagunas, approaching Howick. Left eastbound Howick, passing Howick, barber shop. Left northbound Laguna Place. Approaching Spanish, over San 22, right now.
Hey, Rods.
Hey, are you available for repair?
Overpower.
Yeah, I can do that real quick.
Perfect. Also, I did just get the invoice paid.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem. Sorry for the delay on that. I mean, it probably didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but there's just a bunch of other things came up.
Yeah, no, don't even worry about it.
Sounds good.
It was still very timely, so.
I am at Mission Row. Oh wait, you know, I should check if I need an engine replacement. Hold on one moment.
Yeah, let me go get some parts.
I probably don't, but just gonna double check. You never know.
Right, west, eastbound, Carcer. Eastbound Carcer.
Do you want to send out the bat signal if anybody else needs them too, just so I can knock a bunch of people out?
Actually, you know what? Get me an engine replacement.
Okay.
Yes, I will. Some of them are tied up in pursuits, but I will at minimum 3-1 and let people know.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, see you soon. Bye.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Right, eastbound Eclipse, passing the Comedy Club and Tequila La. Eastbound Eclipse. Passing the Vulture's Nest. Over Las Lagunas, now eastbound Vinewood. Right, southbound Alta Street. Immediate right westbound alleyways parallel with Vinewood, exiting Vinewood. Right eastbound Vinewood, immediate left northbound Alta towards Clinton. Right eastbound Clinton, passing the 24/7. Right southbound Power. Approaching Vinewood. Left eastbound Vinewood. Approaching Meteor. Right southbound Meteor towards Howick. I mean towards Spanish. Sorry, right.
We're drinking. We're drinking.
Southbound Power. Approaching Howick now. Right westbound Howick. Passing the Suburban, right northbound Laguna Place. Sorry, Alta Place. Left westbound Spanish. Right northbound Alta. Approaching Vinewood.
All right, to the trash.
Left westbound Vinewood. 2 continue northbound Alta.
Speaking of trash.
Right eastbound Clinton.
Hello.
Westbound Power.
Whoops.
Left eastbound
Am I
Vinewood.
here? This is not the trash.
Approaching. They keep doing circles around this block. Southbound Meteor.
He's waiting out the tracker. It's better than
Right.
them going 80 miles an hour waiting the tracker out.
That's true.
There's a black
Westbound
vodka
Spanish.
sitting at the artisan,
Hey,
you guys know?
Hey.
One person inside.
Left southbound
Easy,
Las
alright.
Lagunas. Right westbound Howick. Approaching.
Y'all just laughing at me. Stop it. Ah!
Right for.
Lazy, thank you for the 54 months, man. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well.
Sorry, southbound San Vitus. Southbound Las Lagunas now towards right, westbound Reyes, past the Hard Garage. Right northbound Henderson towards Del Perro. Yep, eastbound Del Perro. Continuing eastbound Del Perro. Holding right for Elgin exit. Left.
Howdy, Rhodes.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm
Holding left
good.
for westbound Occupation
I did 311 and let people know.
Power.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's get you an engine.
Orver, did you need a repair?
Westbound Howick.
What was that?
Left
Orver?
southbound Las Lagunas.
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. All right.
Crew turns off on a bike. He's gonna be
Pop the hood.
Oh god.
1 second. It's
Oh
gonna
god.
take a second.
Holding right for northbound exit.
Okay.
Air 1, 10 feet. I just can't see it anymore.
So Rainer, I have a question.
Milton.
You've done
Yeah.
a lot of vehicle, testing and whatnot.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
on.
If I told you, and I'm pretty sure I may have expressed this to you in the past. If I told you,
Rockford Drive, right westbound.
when the engine isn't in perfect condition,
Caesar's Place?
Mhm.
it sometimes drives better.
Right westbound
Yeah.
Boulevard Del Perro.
Is the math mathin'?
Yeah, the math is, well, it depends on your driving style too. Hold on. Leon's calling me. Colossal. Hey, Leon. I am at MRPD right now. Yep. All right. Yep. Boy. So that would not surprise me in that maybe you need to adjust a part in some way.
Rainer's at MRPD for vehicle repairs.
Oh!
Come here if you need them. Oh
Hey,
my
Rainer.
goodness.
Hey, Victor. How are you?
Almost hit my ass, Chief.
That's all right. Yeah, I don't know,
So-
man. Some days I'm back at like the inconsistent phase, and also things have changed. So it was determined a while ago. I had found out that the reason the Scout was ass was slick tires. Slick tires just made it unbearable to drive.
Yeah,
I
depending on the
have-
car, that makes sense. Yeah.
I have slick tires on my Scout, and it felt great.
What engine you got?
6.2.
6.2? Why?
Yeah. It's the only one I could get, and it's better than a stock.
Ooh, okay. So
Yeah.
I'm specifically referring to with the 6.5 V12 or Yo.
Yeah.
They were both
'Cause of the torque.
atrocious.
Yeah, it's because of the torque.
Absolutely atrocious with slick tires. However, semi slicks, it drove considerably better. The only other issue that the Scout has is passengers. You have a passenger and it's just atrocious.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I'm not kidding, you can't take a turn at 50 miles an hour without crossing 2 lanes of travel and going on the sidewalk. It's genuinely atrocious.
That is not surprising. A lot of that comes down to
Oh,
the
that
torque.
sucks.
For example, I have a Canjo that I found out is better with semi-slicks than slicks. And it has a shirt engine into it. And because of the torque, it was just not it couldn't turn because it was just sticking too hard.
Yeah.
It was really weird, but
Yeah.
I completely understand that.
But again, things have also changed, so it's like I probably should throw slicks and see how it is.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try it.
Mm-hmm.
But
How
yeah,
much are a set of slicks nowadays?
Usually about, depending on who you
80?
buy from, between 60 and 80K.
60 and 80? Okay.
60
enough.
and 80? Hold on, I got mine for 40.
Really?
You got lucky.
Yeah, you got really lucky. They're normally about
got-
60 to 80K.
So what's his name? Rocket sold me 3 for 30, and then I think Junior sold me 1 for 10.
Yeah, it really, if they're a broken part, they'll sell for cheaper.
Nah, these
usually.
are brand new.
No. I think he
No,
meant like
I mean,
not in a set
full
of 4.
Not a full set.
Okay.
Because then you have to do more work to find it, and
Yeah.
a lot of times people are just kind of wanting to sell it.
That do be true.
It also is.
Let me make a
Rocket and
phone call.
Junior.
Yeah, I mean, someone approached me the other day doing sanitation, was like, here, take this. It was a slick tire.
Yep.
So it's
Hey,
like,
you got any
very hit or
slicks?
miss.
I do.
You were useless to me, James. Goodbye.
Oh my gosh. Which James?
Rue.
Oh.
True.
Oh, the guy whose car I just impounded?
Damn.
Let me make another phone call. Hey, Reese, you got any slicks? Okay. I appreciate it. Goodbye. Who else can I'm gonna... Someone's gonna have a slick.
Dude, listen, people got slicks.
I have slick. I have slick.
I think he's trying to gauge price.
No, I'm trying to get it for cheap, you know?
But why are you trying to get it for cheap if you don't need it?
Well, you need it.
No, I'll be fine.
Okay, my
Listen,
bad, Mr.
I
250K a week.
Oh, you... I get paid more than that, actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How much are you getting paid?
A good amount. The LSPD command, but here's the reality. Here's the
Can you
reality.
see this anywhere?
This one needs about 1 across it.
I'm getting paid a bunch, but despite all that, I'm sure it'll funnel back into the department one way or another.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, you know what? Let me put this wax on.
Good morning.
Espinoz, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you jump into core.
Okay.
Mikulski, Uzi.
Yeah, it's just a police thing. Let me go.
She's almost done with my car. Just in like a minute or two.
Sounds good.
Yes, no.
It's fine. I believe in
Let
you.
me park this real
Good night,
quick.
everyone.
Have a good one, Victor. Wait. It's turning. And suddenly it's not. Actually, now atrocious. But getting into the car, it felt good. So bad right now. Oh my goodness. All because I had a passenger at one point? Hello. My stuff's in there from when I had to take 6 revolver magazines from my suspect. You leave my plates alone, but you did just remind me that they're in there.
Oh. What are you doing?
I was about to have a conversation with Espinoodle. Why, what are you doing?
Drama?
Not really. Actually, you know what? You can participate.
Okay, cool.
He is
Tea
on
time.
duty, but last I saw he was around.
In the car?
Yeah.
Okay, hold
I
on.
need him back on duty.
See if I can find him.
Just give me 1 second. You have to brake and turn at the same time. I'm assuming braking and turning is effective because the front end is like nosediving. I don't know. Hop on
Hey,
in.
dude. Hops in and sneaks to the back.
I need to find him. I'll try and find him.
She needs
How's it
one
going?
part, and we should be good.
That's fine.
Yeah, I usually let Viv drive my Premiere because her car sucks and she gets disheartened. So it's like she just drives my Premiere. So.
That's valid. Listen, I'm with you. I don't want anyone to feel like our standard equipment is ass, you know? 'Cause then
Yeah.
who wants to stick around?
100%. Thank you, appreciate it. Let me park this as well.
Yes.
Alright.
Hop on in.
Okay.
Lula in the back seat.
What? It was a secret.
It did. No, it's not a
I
secret
got Lucas.
because
I didn't see you. What the?
Oh my
Because
god,
it's-
hey.
because
Hey.
it's tea time. Okay. Well, not really, but as soon as I don't know what you wanted to speak to me about specifically, but
I
if
just
it
wanted
needs
to
to be,
like ride with someone because I was like feeling like, eh.
I'm gonna be so fucking for real. The scout. Listen, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make this turn at 60 miles an hour. You ready?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Hold on. It
I
needs to
heard
be
you
like.
ate that, so what?
I'm not kidding. That was a genuine attempt. When I say 60 miles an hour, that's like braking to where, like, as I'm making the turn, it's like it's full on 60. Like it's atrocious. It is the worst
Why don't you
thing.
just get into a Buffalo? I don't get why you stick with this ugly ass car.
Because I want to push bitches out the way. We only
True.
gonna do that in an all-wheel drive car.
That is true. You're
You
not
know,
wrong.
like, honestly, give me an elegy. Give me an elegy with the light bar, straight up. I'm not kidding. No, you want to know why? Number one, it's
Why?
all-wheel drive, and bitches and elegies can shove me out the way.
Oh.
Anyways, okay, guys, I have a question. And it's regarding Victor.
Oh, dun dun dun.
So, Victor, from my understanding, I haven't been around in Shift 3 in a bit. I've been a little preoccupied with other things and also delving into later 1 and 2, right? However, Victor approached me today and he told me that he's approaching the, I guess, end of a 2-week probationary period given by Maple and Davenport. Okay. And don't get me wrong, Victor is not perfect, right? No one is, but like, yes, Victor has certain issues, but like, realistically, I've never deemed them, and I want to be very clear when I say this. I'm talking about like as of recent. I've never deemed them problematic to where I would weigh like to where I would ever have to sit there and consider, is it worth keeping Victor or getting rid of Victor? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that. What?
You might as well go pick up Daisy Dukakis.
But I already spoke. I already spoke with
Oh,
Daisy.
did she? She called me. I said, and I hung up. I said, I'm in a car yapping. What's up, babe? She goes, we wanted to talk to you about Victor.
Oh. So the context here is, again, it's and I'll be very frank here. I think Victor is, well, I think he was promoted too quick, and as a result was alone, sort of, you know, to his own devices, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but like before sort of getting like the full-on experience. And I don't know if that now means that like we made this issue, where like seemingly we're positioning to fire Victor. Whereas I'm gonna be real. If the options are, for me personally, keep Victor or get rid of Victor, especially in shift 3, someone as consistent as him, for me, there's no chance I'd be getting rid of Victor.
Yeah, firing at this point is fucking moronic, to be quite honest with you. That's a bit dumb. Again, personally, when this came about in shift 3, I was still running the ship. And I admired Victor's you know, ambition and hopes and dreams, but I still had my worries.
Right, everyone did.
The only reason why he was hired was because very specific individuals said that they would personally, you know, hold his hand and train him through the struggles that we had seen from even before hiring. Okay?
Yep.
Did that happen or did that not happen? I cannot confirm nor deny. I think maybe an attempt was made to the level that was needed for someone like Victor. I'm not sure if that happened properly, because again, a lot of us can say, oh yeah, I'll FTO, but a lot of people who've been around for a long time have probably FTO'd their fucking hearts out already. And you know, it's a tale as old as time. Lucas Lavender, was taught, let's say 90%, and I teach the next person 70%, it just gets less and less.
Yep.
If none of those OG people actually sat with him, and I'm not saying just one shift, I'm saying like every single fucking day, the way that you would for a handheld cadet, I think that he would have been fine. Now, do I think that happened? I don't think so. Actually,
well,
not
so the crazy thing is,
I know that did not happen.
I realistically don't think there's many aspects that Victor is unfamiliar or bad at. The primary concern is his comms. Paperwork, no issue. Well, yes, paperwork.
But that's the main thing that was brought up from the very beginning.
Yeah, I remember the interview. Yeah,
people were aware that that would be something that is an issue. So, if you made the decision to hire at that point, knowing those details were there and were not going to change, he's not all of a sudden going to be fluent. Okay, let's just like be blunt really quick. Like someone is not just all of a sudden gonna go from being multilingual to a fluent English speaker right away. Okay, I, Lucas Lavender, have, you know, some good familiar ties in North Africa, and I could tell you so much before you know, Mama and Baba passed away. They, even as much as they were in San Andreas for however long, that English did not get fluent over like a span of fucking 30 years or 40 years. Okay, like that just is not going to change. So again, my thought process is, if we were aware of this and even with that awareness decided to hire, using that as the reason of a firing is stupid to me, because you were aware that that would not be up to your quote unquote typical standard from the very beginning. No?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you 95%. Like, I think it's a matter of like, you can acknowledge an issue and like see if it improves, right? Like, I wouldn't necessarily hold anyone against them
Just
for
tell
having
Daisy to
that.
come here if we're gonna park here.
Yeah.
So there's a
someone tell her to come here.
Okay.
I don't know, and I also feel like Victor is oftentimes misunderstood.
Rose, I'm with Rhodes and Lucas, and we all said
Vinewood
you should
Bowl.
come here. Vinewood Bowl. Yep.
Sisyphus Theater. Not
Yeah,
Vinewood
we're all
Bowl.
in the
No,
car together.
this ain't the Sisyphus Theater. That's the one off of like Bay
Oh,
Tree.
you're right.
Alright,
I
bye.
thought we were in Bay Tree.
No.
Oh my God, girl. It looked like the Sisyphus was here.
Yeah, I mean, they look very similar. So what I was saying is like, Victor also has a, when he's communicating, oftentimes it's in a very literal sense. A lot of times,
Yes.
and he is similar to me in the sense that, for example, to be clear, he was not arguing. He was just providing hypotheticals regarding the shotgun, and him mentioning he saw something jump 30 feet in the air and like, you know, can we use shotguns? And I was like, no, Victor, in these situations, you know, no, I wouldn't authorize shotgun, not unless I see it with my own two eyes. And he was like, well, you know, should I be concerned that we opened fire? And like, I was like, no, not necessarily. And then he was like, and also our SOPs, you know, and I was like, Victor, trust me, I'm very well aware of that shotgun SOP that it is from way back when we did have shotguns, and not from, actually, Lucas, you know which SOP I'm talking about?
Probably. I don't remember.
It's an SOP that specifically states if there's no command or whatever, the highest ranking officer can authorize the temporary use of shotguns, and the shotguns have to be thrown away after or disposed of after.
Oh, okay.
So from many years ago, long story short. And I don't know, I feel like he can definitely be misunderstood, but like, I'm in this rough spot where I'm a firm belief that you know, Maple and whatnot should have you know, sort of autonomy over recruitment, but also at the same time I'm now conflicted because I don't see the value in getting rid of Victor, who is someone who's on duty literally every day. And while yes, there may be some communication issues, I never see them as ever being like outweighing the benefit of him on duty, if that makes sense.
All right,
And
I'm gonna throw the whole tea of Victor.
Hit us with it.
Victor was at a point when he was a non-solo cadet that he was he had the most sessions anybody in the PDA got. He got like 20 something sessions. And it got to the point that no FTO wanted to take him anymore because everybody thought that there's nothing that can be done. So Downboard and Maple promoted him to PPO. He was promoted to PPO. I was reluctant. I said my opinion. I said that he was not ready. But then again, nobody wanted to take him. So he was PPO for a little bit. I realized that if I'm going to give like serious feedback about someone's employment, I might as well try to fix him. So I took from my break from FTOing, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down with Victor and FTO him. I FTO'd him for 2 sessions, 2 4-hour sessions, and it was very evident that the huge issue that Victor has is I don't think it's something that can be fixed. I think it's one, big language barrier, and 2, situational, like overall awareness and reading things. And I, when he was a PPO, I did make a full private report about him, because he just he gets flustered really easily with situations. He loses the train of thought. He spaces out. And then I recommended that he should be let go, because after me riding with him for a couple shifts and seeing that, like, I was like, you know what? Like, I gave him all the feedback that I could, and I told him, listen, you need to make sure that in situations when you arrive on scene, you provide there's certain steps that you need to take, provide communications to other officers, this, that, and the other. It felt like it went in one ear and came out the other, because after the FTO sessions that I did, he continued doing the issues.
They're killing the hostage at the jewelry store. I think the hostage at the jewelry store is dead. 5-2 is 10-41.
He continued doing and displaying all the issues that I saw when I FTO'd him. So I said, hey guys, I'm pretty concerned about Victor. I talked to Lucas about it. I talked to Daisy about it as well, because I was frustrated. Because while I said that he needs like some critical, severe, and a Hail Mary help to be at the quality that people should be, in my opinion, to be a police officer, it was decided that he should be promoted to a full officer. So when that call was made, I was like, you know what? I raised my hands. I was like, all right, cool. I'm done with PNT. Or like at least like in that regard, because my opinion doesn't matter.
And now there's this mess.
So he was promoted out of it was explained to me that he was promoted out of to see if it like the promotion encouraged him and gave him confidence.
If he would sink or swim.
To fix the issues that he had. And I was like, I think that's the wrong reason to promote someone. But hey, you guys, Maple's elite, and Downport, you're a sergeant and part of PNT. Like, I salute you guys. Yes, sir. I also agree that it's pretty fucked that Victor is now a full officer. And is that a point that like he might want to get fired? Like he might be fired. I mean, if you put it bluntly, like yes, he is a consistent body for shift 3. I think that he can operate in shift 3, but whenever I also told King and everybody else, and everybody agrees that any operating outside of shift 3 for him is, I don't think it should be it. Like, because shift 3 is a lot more quiet. Is it because
it's too fast paced?
Yeah, a lot more manageable. Things that like he can process and assimilate situations at a pace that he should be okay. Like he should be able to handle it. I don't know, man. Like it's tough with Victor. And I never agree with pity promotions for sink or swim situations. I do think that some people aren't just cut out for it. I think that the PD as a whole.
I mean, when was he hired? Like how?
I don't remember.
I could tell you.
It's please.
His promotion date to a PPO was June 11th of this year. So.
Well.
He was hired on what's 4? Is that April?
April.
Yeah.
April 26th, 2025.
Yeah, he was.
We're
I know
midway
that,
through October.
I know that Turner pushed for him to get hired because he was consistent.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, like you cannot take from him that he's consistent and that he's around.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna say what prompted this. What prompted this from my perspective was, and Lucas was around for this. There was a pursuit. He was in, I don't know, Taurus, Premiere, whatever. And if I recall correctly, I missed the... No, I didn't miss the exit. Well, I did, but it was because of his positioning.
Yeah.
So we're heading east on Del Perro, coming out of the tunnel.